time. Ain't coming down, watch the hang time. They coming for my spot, I got it though. I'm a different grade, they know I'm on the road. Hit the drive, won't stop till I crash. Going full throttle, my foot's on the gas. Yeah, none of them see me. Yeah, your boy by the black out. High octane, taking no loss till I crash out. All the pain that it took's in the rear view. Singing my throne in the clear view. All the critics who said we won't make it. I'm drowning them out, I can't hear you. I'm about to make them believe us. When they see greatness, they see us. Step in the ring and it's do or die. Faced with the danger, I come alive. They know I'm bad to the bone. They know I'm bad to the bone. Call me out into the phone. They know I'm bad to the bone.
Hi.
Please introduce yourself, what year you are, what major you are, and what events.
Yeah, I'm Michael Meinert. I'm a senior this year. I'm a psychology and sociology major, and I swim the 2 fly and then the 2 IM and 4 IM.
13 to 14 years, been swimming a long time, ready to retire, but I chose Olivet mostly because they had everything I wanted. The major I wanted to study, swimming. Originally I was going to be in some music groups, but had to cut that out because of nursing. But in the Christian environment, I wanted to maintain that as it's kind of a core priority of my life.
Well, yeah, I quit my freshman year, but when I came back for sophomore and this year, I mean, at least on the guys' team, it was pretty easy to get into. I mean, it took a little bit, obviously, but once they're really easy to get to know.
I enjoy swimming enough to keep doing it. But no, I love all the guys, and they're probably the reason that I stay now.
I started swimming around the year of 5, and it's been my passion. I love doing it. It's my sport. I find it fun, energetic. It's a way for me to escape out of all the stress and all the anxiety that I tend to face sometimes. I chose Olivet because, one, I grew up in a Nazarene church, and Olivet is the only Nazarene school with a swim team. But I also really like the campus. The team felt like a family, and my older sister went here too, so that was kind of like a levitation of the school.
What are your thoughts on not having access to the ONU swimming pool right now?
It's pretty miserable. I wouldn't say I'm not a morning person, but 5:30 is a little early even for me.
But those early mornings into longer days, I mean, I was getting up at 4:45 in the morning, and I wouldn't get back to my apartment until sometimes, 6 or 7, and that's just exhausting. So, it's just one of those things where it was probably the most grueling time I've ever been at school, just because it was so little rest.
We don't swim together as a team. We have 2 practices when the pool is open, 1 to 3 and 3 to 5, and you only have to go to one of them, which is nice because it splits up the lanes, so there's not 6 to 8 people per lane. And that is a challenge when you're swimming at BB and we have 1 practice. There's a lot of people per lane, but it makes it a lot more fun because you get that whole team atmosphere. And you're swimming with people that you don't usually swim with, interacting with people that you may not usually interact with on the daily during practice. So it was a challenge. There's a lot of waves. We couldn't individualize our practices as much, which doesn't help for training. But I think it was a great experience. I built a lot of team bonding, and it was a lot of fun.
It creates adversity, and adversity creates growth, and so ultimately we'll come out stronger.
My parents have been super supportive from the get-go. They're the ones who got me into swimming in the first place. My brother Gabe has always been there, and he swam with me for the first probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years that I was swimming as well. And then also my girlfriend Reese, oh great, fiance, yeah. My fiance Reese, my fiance Reese has been there pretty much every meet that I've been at in college. She's always there. She's traveled hours to go watch me compete. She films my races and gives them back to me so I can see how I did and analyze my performance. She's been super supportive, and her family as well. They always come out to support me.
You did so good. Who do you think the best swimmer is on the team?
I would say we have a ton of different athletes that are spectacular on the swim team. Everyone is specialized in their own strengths within each event and each stroke. So I think it's really hard to say a specific swimmer.
Probably Jack Freeze or Jake Fincher. He's coming up this year. Jack, and it's not close.
Definitely Jack Freeze.
I can't answer that. That would get me in a lot of trouble.
Jack, gotta be Jack.
Without a doubt, David Gann.
How do you feel?
I feel terrible.
Why?
It's rough. My legs are killing me. Practice was hard yesterday.
That was my reaction to getting the PR. Well, I worked so hard in practices and in the water, and that with what I did, showing at the practices, working hard, that showed my reaction to that photo. For me, with my disability, I don't think I have to prove anything. I can't use my bottom half of my body, and so I definitely feel like I definitely have to work harder, and I definitely have to prove that I have the muscles to do it.
I'm dropping 30 right now too. Let's go.
What's the main difference between the men's and the women's team?
We take the sport seriously enough, but at the same time, we don't take ourselves so seriously that we can't have fun and just screw around sometimes and just enjoy each other's company and enjoy practices even when they're difficult, right? I think that's something that the guys team especially does a really good job at, of just keeping each other company through the practices and through the meets and having that sense of community even outside of the pool.
The men are more goofy. They like to joke around, and the women are kind of more serious at times, which is fun because the men tend to bring the fun to the team, where the women are come on guys, let's get this done, let's do this. But in the end, we all just end up having fun together and being serious at the same time.
The people and the team just make it that much better, where you have people who want to be here and that are really funny and enjoyable to be around. So I think those work together well. I definitely still enjoy the sport.
Adrian
I've been swimming for 5 years now, 4 in high school and 1 my freshman year. I joined ONU swimming because it gave me an opportunity to still continue my athletics. I was undetermined if I wanted to run, as I've always done cross country for 8 years. And then I also enjoyed swimming. So back in high school I did cross country and swimming, and I decided to stick with swimming. I think the best team, I think everyone would say, is just the team bonding and how we're all just united together and we're all able just to help each other when someone needs help.
How do you feel about it?
Rough.
Rough?
That was a rough one.
You did great. You did great.
Thank you.
Swim is hard. Swim is really hard. I think it was Katie Ledecky that said practice is 90% physical and 10% mental, and racing is 90% mental and 10% physical. And that's it's very accurate. The mental aspect of swim is a lot more important than people tend to think, especially non-swimmers or non-track would be the same. Because it hurts a lot physically, but when you race, none of that really matters. Like you fall back on your training, you don't rise to your expectations. And so that mental aspect is huge, and having the right mental space is so important in racing, because you'll see some people who add like half of a second to their PR and they're upset. And then you'll see people who add 2 seconds to their PR and they're ecstatic because they hadn't been that fast in years. And so taking the different mindset is big in how you see those highs and lows.
How do you feel right now?
That was a comically bad swim. That was so bad. Probably the worst race I've ever done in college. But it's okay, because I was cooked.
How do you feel about how you just did?
Complete dog water.
There's always that feeling that I want to do better than I've done before. You know, everyone wants to go faster. Everyone wants to be better. I don't know anyone who wants to just be below average or, you know, underperform. It's hard to balance that because you can't obviously do that. Once you're in college, you know, you're kind of set at a certain time until you get time to rest, time to recover, and you know, those big meets are where you can perform. So it definitely can be a little bit of a mental burden when you don't get the times that you want, when you feel like you've underperformed, when you know you're exactly where you're supposed to be at in your season, but you're still not getting those times.
I love Mark. Mark has been amazing. Even though he's hard and he has hard practices, I still think with those practices and with all the things that I've done with him, I feel like I am where I am today.
We've just been blindsided by a lot. Our first coach told us she would be here at least through all of my 4 years. We had some personality issues with our second coach, and I think our current coaches now understand more what they're doing and what they should be doing here, and are pretty dedicated to our team.
Well, they're here. You know, they're stable, they're consistent. I don't have to worry, you know, next week are we just gonna show up and someone isn't here? You know, we're not gonna have a coach, and then for the next month, are we just gonna be doing captain's practices or this other stuff where we don't really know what the future is? We definitely had that problem when I was a freshman, and it was tough. It was tough to stay motivated, it was tough to stay engaged with the sport. So I think I'm just grateful that we have a coach that has vision for our team, that cares for us, that invests in us, and that is just present. Just the presence of having a stable coach is very important to me.
Coach Mark especially went through a lot last year, and he missed almost nothing. And that is incredibly inspiring to see what just somebody, just a normal person, can do going through something that he went through with his wife having cancer and dying. And Coach Brian also being around as much as he can while raising a family. He has like 4 jobs. This guy's so busy, and he still comes around. And it's incredibly inspiring to see like just what people can accomplish if they put their mind to it, and how much they care for each one of us. I mean, I see it in practice, I see it in races, and it's like Coach Mark and Coach Brian care, and that's definitely what I look up to the most.
kids swam, obviously, you know, got it. But that was our whole family life. Got that diagnosis the week Friday, got home from right after finals, so we had the 2-week break to talk about it, process. Call one of your seniors in to tell them that your wife's going into hospice and you don't know when you'll be back because you don't know how long it's going to take. I mean, that was, obviously at the time I was good with it. It doesn't make it any easier. And to be able to have him pray with you before you head out. That's one of those things I'll never forget.
Last race of the meet, 400 free relay, we won it, and all the guys, we had these purple caps with a cancer ribbon, and it said Coach Emily on it. And all the guys got together and brought them up to the podium and took a picture, and then the rest of the team, when we announced that we won conference, every single guy was holding up this cap, and I think that really was cool. I mean, that's something I think shows like our love for everybody, and our showing love for each other, we show love for God.
Seeing how the athletes were with us and supportive, and they did an amazing job helping us get through it. I don't think we would have gotten through it without them.
I think at the moment I'm ready to be done, but once I get to the moment of being done, I'm gonna look back and probably wish I wasn't so excited to be done.
I'm getting to a point where I'm ready to be a swammer instead of a swimmer. I definitely will be sad when it's over, because it's been something that's been part of my life since I was 7 years old. So it's like a large part of, I don't want to say my identity, but it's something I've done my whole life. And I'm gonna have to find something kind of to fill that hole.
I'm a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element. I'm cold as ice, but I'm heating up. Ain't no limits, we ain't freezing up. They drop the ball when it's game time. Ain't coming down, watch the hang time. They coming for my spot, I got it though. I'm a different grade, they know I'm on the road. Got the drive, won't stop till I crash. Going full throttle, my foot's on the gas. Yeah, none of them seeing me. Yeah, your boy about to black out. High octane, taking no loss till I crash out. All the pain that it took's in the rear view. Seeing my throne in the clear view. All the critics who said we won't make it.